Hi everyone, I am Akshay and welcome to my stream. I just making a little change before I start. So I have already done the Act 1 and Act 2 of Citlali's Rebel Chronicles. So today I will be going through the Act 3 itself and going to do a little bit of exploration, Natlan's exploration, because I am currently at 64 pity and I am planning to pull for either Citlali's weapon or Mavuika's weapon. So if I'm lucky and able to get any two of those weapons, that will be great for me. And for that, I am going through the process of farming again. So that's what I will be doing today. Initially, we will complete the Act 3 of Genshin Impact. Citlali's Tribal Chronicles. So if I just to remind of what happened in the Act 1 and Act 2, it was we were asked by the chief of Citlali's tribe to actually weave scrolls or woven scrolls, and it can only be done by certain people over the period.
There and see what they're up to.
Yep.
Also, how do they get this close to a tribal settlement?
Well, considering what the captain did for Natlan, maybe they have been given. Well, that kind of makes sense.
All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes.
Yep.
Still, once a Fatus, always a Fatus. Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go check it out.
You can never be too wary against the Fatui. They're always planning something. Their plans have plans. Wait.
Ahem! What are you
Guys doing here? Still not working.
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
And who is your employer? Mind telling me that?
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense.
He looks like he's from Fontaine.
My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad.
And
I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
well, they helped Natlan when they needed it most.
So that's what
Kind of makes
happened.
sense.
Then you must be from Fontaine?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your
Montluçon.
service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be
Fairy
the
companion.
traveler and his fairy companion.
Well, kind of makes sense. She's
Oh,
always
you know us?
having like fairy.
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake. Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Kind of makes sense.
Wow.
Wherever we go, we are
We're
one of the
really
famous
famous at
people.
this point, traveler.
Oh yeah.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
And what can that favor be?
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Okay.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear
Someone
what he has
tells
to
me we
say?
can escape this one, and the pay is good.
All right, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Citlali, right?
Yep.
I
we
need
know
her help with something.
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
Even we are not gonna ask.
Yeah, Citlali really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
Mhm.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince
With a
her, it would be
golden-haired
the
traveler.
golden-haired traveler.
What do you think of us, bro?
If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
Uh,
Firstly, we need to ask what do they need her
oh
help
yeah,
with.
we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
Yep.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alia, if you could.
Yeah, please.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alier. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute.
And what
Unlike
do you
most
want?
researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team.
Okay.
Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Huitzilin?
Sounds familiar. Don't know exactly.
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique.
Okay.
Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective.
Okay. So what
Amazingly,
do you want? With?
Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Huitzilin created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Huitzilin used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield
But
and
still,
trap all
that
the
seems
enemies
off-putting.
inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure a victory.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time.
What
that
do you
story
want?
is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market. When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but
But what really happened?
historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all. Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story.
So you
Some believe
think
it to be
some-
a myth.
So you think
If
someone
that
who
were
was
the
old enough
case,
can
the
answer your
story
question?
would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Yep.
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I need it to be factual. That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records. But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly,
And
I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
Bro, I think
According to
those
my
scrolls are
research,
actually
their
important.
scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Alier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Maybe?
Citlali, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Citlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors.
And you
If
think
she agrees
Citlali
to be
is
my
going to help you?
consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Consultant.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you.
Okay, we will ask Citlali and
Oh,
see what
right.
she says.
The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with Huitzilin.
Mhm.
Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction.
Alright?
All right, we'll help you convince Citlali. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Okay.
Of course.
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll show up.
295 meter. Anything nearby? Yes.
stop me!
Run!
Just how much do I need to climb? Ah, it's just there.
Hip.
Where does she? Whoa, man! She lives in a awesome house. I haven't been here earlier, but damn, her house looks awesome, yeah.
So, this is where the great shaman lives?
Yep.
A bit far from civilization, isn't it? I hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
This house
For
looks
someone like Citlali,
awesome.
it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down.
We're here for a reason, Alier.
Bro is
As
just a
agreed,
nerd.
you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
He's a proper
Okay,
nerd.
we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's...
Not hungover. Man, the door. I want a door like that now, yeah.
Citlali? Are you there? We need your help with something. Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Let's try her other name.
Oh, Granny
Citlali.
Are you home?
The door is thrown open and you met with a pungent smell of
Hey,
alcohol.
kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
Citlali is the real hermit.
Traveler!
Yeah. The entire room is being cleaned up.
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Yep. Every time's a bad time.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
Thank you.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away. Huh. So this is where Citlali lives.
Yo.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself. Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonist.
You are never too boring.
Also,
Citlali.
I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
The glass is lying just near her.
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you, you're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you?
Nah, we are not.
It's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
We are not able to hear your thoughts again,
Oh,
Citlali.
you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Yep.
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
I thought she was above superficial rules of social
I
etiquette.
can still hear you, you know.
I apologize for offending.
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It's just a simple spell. I use it on you, and now it's on the fritz.
I would be jailed if someone could hear my thoughts.
Forget it.
Menace
Just
to
tell
our
me
society.
why you're here.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put in a good word?
Yep.
Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter. I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
What if the request comes from me?
From you?
Yeah, We
Bro,
were given a
using
secret
all
duty to
his
help your
Riz
tribe
powers,
weave a
man.
special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
Yep.
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that. But with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too.
That's the game you're playing it.
She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
She's understanding things.
I can't
going to
decide whether
happen.
this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Foreshadowed. How?
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
Thank you.
Then there's still hope.
Yep.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
You agreed to let us do the talking.
They're dead now. They're dead.
Citlali?
They're dead. That's all. How can you
Stand
shout
down,
at Traveler
Grudok.
in front of him?
As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Understood.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries?
But
But
you're
you're
so huge, beautiful,
Apologies for the
amazing.
disturbance.
I know.
Grudok is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain sometimes.
You're lucky you didn't force Citlali's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
That's the Citlali.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
She lived long enough to see that. Man.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Tevat will learn the truth.
You are ringing up doors that you don't want.
With your
to,
support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land.
And it should mean a lot to your
Inspiring,
tribe.
don't you think?
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
Thank you.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Yep. Looks like my friendship with Citlali came in handy after all. What are you saying?
Who are you calling heartless?
Bro,
Not
why
a problem.
are we so
I
hard
always
on
planned to
Citlali?
work
She's
with the
so
Traveler.
Cute, yeah.
So,
She always
did
listens
you
to us.
directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
No.
Talk at me, why don't you?
I'd like to know too.
Fine. No, no, and no.
No, she knows nothing.
I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've
Okay.
lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia.
That kind of makes sense.
You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
All right. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well,
help.
my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler,
Do you really think
what do
that
you
will
say
hear
to
you?
official...
Full throttle!
Oh, I have to go 300 meters. Ever since I have gotten Mavuika, exploration has become super fun.
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
Okay.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
Okay.
But
So that's why
Moon
she's
said the
kind
two
of
of you were
curious.
close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Huitziling tell you about it?
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing. All students from Huitziling's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Huitziling's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
And that kind of
As
makes
my
sense.
rival, Huitziling only had one achievement that surpassed my own, and that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
Thank you. Yeah. Feeling shy, are we?
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
Yes. Do you want to die? You want to be killed?
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping
Seriously,
has
you
to do
want
with
to
my
die?
duty as a shaman.
You think a lot.
Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, you seriously do.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Please, great shaman.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Huitziling used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
Okay.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Yeah, my man, the
Huitziling
realistic
was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students.
Why
not pass it down?
down?
A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has ever used it?
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
Because he disagrees.
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Yep.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
So for both, it's on like this talks and talks. No one has definitive
Celine
proof
was a
if this
passionate
happened
teacher.
or did not happen.
We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it
Then?
also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret.
Yeah, well, makes
We
sense.
should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe.
Yep.
Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go,
Is there a problem?
most of Celine students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them.
Okay.
If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Yep. Like Citlali. Bro, you want to die. You seriously want to
Hey, don't jump to conclusions.
Yep.
That was just a metaphor. Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
That's okay.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
We also want the answers, bro. Go to the obsidian altar.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley?
What is she doing here?
Even the
some
older
coward
people are
not
like,
show
what
up
the
after
hell?
challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially
They
take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
Ugh, you talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So you're here to interrogate us?
Yep.
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
We should just run!
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, with the hero of Natland here, Granny Eatsley will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the traveler and his companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
We want answers.
We
All
want to
of them.
ask about the technique you inherited from Huitziling.
So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
He beat them in a duel, so what? There's no reason to be dissatisfied. Citlali is someone who's worthy of. Aww. That's what she wants to hear.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head. I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect. No one has the guts for that.
We do. Well, I do.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
My man is on with his
Sorry to
wrist
disappoint,
reading.
but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're We're not going down without a fight.
Will you just calm down for a second?
What should we do, Traveler?
Elder Tlapo.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation.
Please forgive us. Yeah, bro.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
Yep.
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was...
Friend.
Friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
Yep.
That's not possible, is it?
That's what's happening, bro.
You forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
But Chief!
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Beat 'em.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitzilin, I understand your friction with Granny Eats. However, Elder Tlapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. So, mind your manners.
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief Biram are on our side.
Yep. Talk to Citlali.
Hi there, Elder Tlapo!
It's been a while.
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
Yep.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Tlapo.
Elder Tlapo, huh?
Elder Tlapo.
He's still Claw to me.
Claw to me.
Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
So, you already know each other?
Of course.
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Huitzilin's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time, we got to know each other.
Sounds like you and Huitzilin were close.
She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
All of them died.
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Yep.
Oh,
It's so good.
Anyway, let's get back to business.
Yep.
I hate talking about the past. Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
Firstly, I'll take this. Beat 'em. What do you want us to do, man?
Hey there, Chief Biram.
Bro is like
we haven't reached
building
out
or
since the
toes
last time
height?
we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
We are walking our
Actually,
asses
we
out
have
for
good
it.
news. We found another clue.
And that clue will
I'm
be?
all ears.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitzilin's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but
that's what
Granny
we are trying.
instantly promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Hey, don't complain. None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Yep.
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
So don't fail.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
Yep.
It is my duty, great shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the
What?
point of figuring it out for yourself?
Yep.
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself.
Yep.
I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsley.
I get your point.
So much talking without any lore.
Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
The chief happened to him to the humble junior. Maybe Citlali is worried. Or?
No, that's not it.
Huh?
It's not important. Rest assured, Biram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks then.
Rev the engines!
Okay, you people talk. Talk.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatselian's legacy?
Bro, get out of
You've
that.
already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Yep.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Yep.
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders.
Yeah.
After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well,
anyway,
it
you might know.
just so happens, the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
And that would be...
Listen, we know you are rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
She's attacking them left
Then
and right.
let me finish. During the battle, Wheatselian most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war.
Yep.
I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
I don't. Either I don't. Lepompo? No one did.
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Maybe she found
Master's
it out
body
during
of
the
work
battle.
is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort. Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Wheatselian's school of
But we know it
shamanism,
under some of her
actually,
legacy.
I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques.
But if they inherited Wheatselian's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I'll mark it out on your map.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
You are really giving it your all, though.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
You recount everything you learned to Monsulun and others.
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right?
Yep.
You thought looking into the Battle of 7 Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end.
Yep.
Instead of wasting
like
time,
it
you
also.
might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
What makes you say that?
Because it has to do with Citlali.
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
Yep, I
She
know so.
claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment.
We are trying to brainwash
Behind the
Citlali.
battle,
We are
maybe
such
we can
toxic
finally help
friends.
you get closure.
We are really
Closure?
toxic friends.
I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the shaman family. Hello, are you Aishaman?
Ishiman.
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eastly?
Bro really
Get
said them.
up. In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans...
Yeah, we offended you.
At this point,
Generational
Whenever I
trauma.
misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eastly. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
I wonder what Citlali looks like in those nightmares.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
okay, so your family studied under Wheat Ceiling, right?
Yep.
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Huitzilian didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood.
Any reason for that?
Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Huitzilian was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but it's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Yeah.
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Huitzilian would pass it on to us.
So another dead end.
You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Huitzilian's most gifted students.
They were
Well,
like, they
looks like
don't
we're
know
back
either.
where we started.
Yep.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of 7 Colors took place. Alier, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together...
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of 7 Colors?
Yep.
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Huitzilian stories were passed down to us as well.
Okay.
Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories.
So
And
what
of
does they
course,
know about the Battle,
of 7 Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
Okay. Tell us what you know. Everything.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
Bro, understand the story first, you may get a concrete.
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Where's Citlali going? Don't tell me she's going to a tavern.
Really?
How so?
Well, It's Huitzilian's personal account of the events, so it's a lot more detailed.
Okay, sort of like a biography.
For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Nah.
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natland before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
Could your
But Citlali
ancestors
knows the
be
name?
mistaken, Mr.
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories.
Okay.
In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
And those are stories.
If Huitzilin's
Those are
version of
achievements.
events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Yep.
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
Just shut up.
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
What do you mean?
She knows. Let's go. So Citlali does know something about that.
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
The Valley of Fog.
Precisely when Huitzilin was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle.
Yep.
Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Yep. Only Traveler can do that.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with unlimited power is a must.
Seriously? I will take down that name. I'll write down that name, man. Shogun Almighty. Reborn as Raiden with unlimited power. Bro, what are people writing, man? What are people writing?
It's the first major hit of the isekai genre.
Isekai genre.
Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
Isekai.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves. Actually, Yae Publishing House released a limited edition not too long.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
Bro is also.
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the
Some of us
entire
have never heard of
industry.
them. I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
But I will get it. Amateur. Just leave the books to me. Don't forget our
Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now there's no time.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, let's at least go to the place to get the
Well,
idea.
I'm sure Miss Citlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I'm...
Well, what do you think, Traveler?
Let's break for the day and meet back tomorrow.
Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
We are just sending them someplace so Citlali and we can go to that place and look for ourselves first. No, man, she does not want to sleep in.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
We are going to see them first before even them.
All right, as Miss Citlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Yep. You can go, Citlali, and we will check it out.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, is Granny Citlali satisfied with my answer?
Yep.
Yeah, of course. You
really
really
helped
helped
this
us
out,
out.
bro. You are the one, bro. You helped it.
Oh, good. I'm glad I did.
You're
didn't,
really
bro.
that scared of her?
It's actually really nice.
To be honest, Granny Citlali almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors.
Which are
She's a
wrong.
powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, we have lived for millions of years.
Well, thanks for today, Citlali.
Wanna grab my meat? Wanna grab a meat? My treat.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like
Like
last
last time.
time.
Wait, didn't you say you had important...
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried.
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere
You can
quiet.
just buy some drinks and head over.
Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Okay, let's go. Where is this location? Okay.
Try and stop me!
I'm blinded by the light.
Hip. Phew.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Full throttle!
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further up?
Citlali leads you to a hot air balloon.
Whoa, this is like a secret base.
Damn, that's awesome. Nice picnic spot.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great. The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
And she's drunk again.
Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand. It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break. And that should do it, right?
Maybe. Australia is a one of a kind. That must be why Citlali likes to come.
You're not wrong. Oh, hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head?
No idea.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes.
What? Whoa!
Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this.
Now he can hear Citlali's thoughts as well.
Okay, what about now?
I think I heard something.
Huh? And now?
It's gone.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Well, we're kind of strong that way. Citlali's forehead now, it was really warm. Citlali, don't act like you heard it, please. Don't act like you heard it. Don't.
That was just to help with the spell. Oh, shoot. I still hear you.
Man, the tension. The tension. Ayaka is really reloading her gun right now.
For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
Wait, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
I read that.
Is Citlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Anyway, we'll just...
Hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease him. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people.
We understand that what happened, you seeing people dying.
Sorry, I
can be hurt.
said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready.
No, so we are not even friends zone?
I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach.
I don't have to deal with people
I don't
that way.
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe. Someone everyone loves and respects.
She's afraid.
When you live as long as me,
Yep.
a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance.
Then it just dies.
But it doesn't last.
Yep.
With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can, even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
Citlali.
I choose to remember everything.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that.
I might have a very long lifespan. I mean, a very long lifespan. Millions of years.
Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
Everyone died one day. But all the more reason to remember them.
Traveler?
I have a friend who lives only in my memory now. In fact, you could say my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. Okay. Who was it? It was, it's Devata, or maybe someone, your sibling? But everyone knows your sibling. Who can be that friend? As long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Instead, they will live on this world of memory. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to. So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you. Breathing on.
Is something wrong?
Nah, I just flirted her.
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. Citlali, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the Traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
She's so cute.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
She looks always been like this. A real cutie patootie. Now for the final time. Wait for 11 or 13 next day. Anything here? See teleport waypoint. Boom. Okay, now time to time travel. Uh, 11 to 13. Go with 11 5. Okay, so time travel does not take these enemies off your back.
Rise with the sun!
Stand clear. Absorption test.
Okay, what's the location? Firstly, teleport waypoint.
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Citlali will show up on time? She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
Well, when it comes to time, Citlali is one of the best. We need not worry about that. Yep. She is one of the most responsible people. Not time, but she is one of the responsible people. If she said
No
she
need to
comes, she will
sound so
come.
surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago. Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something.
And that is?
The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
Yep. And why the H are you late?
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Yep.
Of course.
Today, bigger Fatuya. Unlock. Oh, is that a executive chest? I'll come back for you later, guys. Well, if it's the caves, it must be below here. Oh, it's here.
This should be it.
Oh, nice.
So the battlefield is inside this place.
Maybe or maybe not.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
Let's go. So I think it's kind of a domain. Yep. I think we are going to fight the Fatui.
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
Yep. Does she have her signature weapon? Oh, level 90 constellation C3. So I assume she will be. Oh, even her weapon is R3. R3 weapon gains elemental mastery by 1. Whoa, 1173 EM. I cannot even begin to the strength of a shield, man. And the current party member deals 42% increased damage. Wow. This happens for 15 seconds and have a cooldown of 14 seconds, so nearly 100% uptime.
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
I want to see the damage Mavuika will do with this. I want to see the damage.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Her weapon provides 42% damage bonus to the current character at R3. That is nearly 42% crit damage increase.
Wow. You're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came. Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
All the bases.
You got it.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
I think Citlali is leading them to a trap.
Return to the skies!
This wall is in our way!
What's the artifact that she's using? She's using the Scroll of Cinder. From artifact, we got 478. And around 415 from here. So that should be up to 900. Other are from her Ascension.
Might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that spear.
Okay.
Yeah.
How? Okay, I can just take it. I was thinking there must be some hidden mechanism or something. All we just need to do is take it.
What was that? Some kind of color magic?
It's very close to the technique Citlali might have used.
Something is wrong with them. Citlali knows this. Citlali knows.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Well, it was just
Still,
a battle.
what a terrific archaeological find.
Enough chit-chat. We should keep going.
The deeper we go, the more we'll flow. Firstly, let me get this chest. 2 primogems. How many primogems do I have? 105.
Adventure time.
I should be able to make another one if I after this travel chronicle. Come on. Yeah. And when it is. Luckily, my net came back. Yep.
Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
The best part is this mechanism does not even have a cooldown. All you need to do is just double jump. If that's the case, will I be able to hit 1.5 million with my Mavuika? What do you guys think?
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Another new
Look,
hidden location.
a maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh? What do you mean by realm of memory? Explain again.
Huh?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same.
So...
Correct?
Which ceiling?
Wheat ceiling?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Friends, this is my question to you.
Okay.
What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory.
Well, we won against the Abyss, so I guess it was Capitano and Mavuika and the Traveler.
After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss?
A poet we are.
That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match.
Okay.
I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color.
Okay, so you signify hope and feelings and emotions as colors.
The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity. So, be brave, my friends, and march forward.
Any ideas, Citlali?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
Okay, I have the blue one. I think I can go there. I cannot go there.
Take me up!
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. You two!
I wanna see the damage. I wanna see the damage! Whoa, 1 million.
Incinerate!
Wow. So 1 million in open world with Citlali's signature weapon. That's sexy.
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Citlali fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death. Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
Yeah, I'm going in. Animal test 63.
Fulfill our pact. Suffer the wrath of the...
Rev the engines.
Let's go. Okay. That's weird.
Take me up.
This place is so pretty. If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad. I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
Citlali's weapon is so OP, man. I want it now.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
That was 2 against the
Hold on.
enemies with normal
This is-
resistance, not even reduced resistance.
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze.
So we were inside that
It's
thing?
like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed.
Okay.
Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of 7 Colors actually took place.
Whoa.
The expert has spoken.
No, we will try to steal it.
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important...
No, you may not.
You seriously think with us here, you can? Are you kidding yourself?
What are you doing?
You noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
Do you seriously think we would not?
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across
Of
Teyvat.
Teyvat.
I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Bro, he is not here for the artifact.
Shut it. I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place.
He does
What
not
if that
care
was my
about
goal
the...
all along?
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant, pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe. But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat.
And...
But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
Huh? What? What does the dye have to do
We've
with you?
received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
Yep.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
Oh.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world.
Well, at least he made
all
it
we need to
by
do is
himself.
publish something in the paper,
He did
and all of
not
Teyvat will
stole
think
it
it was
from
our
anywhere.
invention first.
Yep.
We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlet.
That goes against all of Fontaine's
So that's why he wanted
What
to
if
destroy the dial.
I give you a portion of the profits?
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
Don't you ever try to drive the Melusines. They are one of the cutest and the best creatures out there. I love them.
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even,
China
but
the
now,
printing industry.
no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. Huh. I will never accept that someone from this backwoods, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me.
You have a lot
Even
of
when the
ego on
truth
your
is
head.
right in front of you.
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder.
I'm already
in the printing industry. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to us?
He did not care about that. Did you see that you not heard him, Paimon? What he
I
was
will
saying?
continue to spread my truth
But
for
did you
all of
forget
Teyvat.
who you're talking to?
You mean a hero of Natlin who's not actually from Natlin? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago?
Don't
From a
give a damn
practical
about what you
perspective,
think.
there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
Don't give a
Show us
damn
what
about
you know.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Direct.
The wrath of Granny Itzli. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds. I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation.
Hutzlin was your
You've
rival.
lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more
Now that can
revered
change.
than you. Now, that can change. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all four, and in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors.
You can be the one to have
all the glory.
You are super duper wrong about her, man. Super duper wrong.
That's not real history.
That's a no, then? Your history means nothing.
Done running your mouth? Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
Teach him a lesson and make it
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
You seriously think you...
That's right. I didn't pay all that.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natland's history?
The captain. You actually bought that? United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrator, his
Regrator.
interests,
Who is Regrator?
and his wealth.
Who is Regrator? I will find later. Regrator. Come Fatui, follow him. To be honest, I don't even know. Is Regrator the name of this writer?
Regrator?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether.
Regrator is a harbinger? Huh.
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrator's interests.
Well, we got a new name. Gotta find out what the Regrator is.
Lie from the very beginning.
Just one more guy to beat her.
I don't care who you serve. When it...
Okay.
Have a load of this quickly.
Let's ride.
Shouldn't get careless. Let's not waste time.
Here we go. Everybody
Stand clear.
Show no mercy. You two. Time to... Light up the blazing sun.
From dead.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natland and Granny Itzli. They could give Regrator a run for his Mora.
When did
Looks
this
like the
person
men
get
following
so
the captain
strong?
failed to update us
Looks
on
like
the
the men
latest
following the
intelligence.
captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence. Not good.
You're on your own.
This is becoming more trouble than it's worth.
You're on your own. Now I need to find more about
What
who
about
this
our
Gacha.
contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause.
You!
The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed.
Do you think?
Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long now.
You seriously think so, bro? We'd let you...
What? This whole place is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out.
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
A karate chop.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
And that is?
Wait, don't!
Where are we? Back in the maze?
It's
Our
probably somewhere around
surroundings
here
look
too.
good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses,
Maybe
let's
she-
see. Citlali!
I think we're gonna meet you.
Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
Follow the path. Yep.
The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll?
There's no time to think about it. Just run.
You're right. Lead the way, Trap.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly...
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this.
Yes, with Zillion, yes.
If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
Well, obviously for them
I
it was
knew
the
it.
best choice of action.
Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
Don't you call her your friend. You're both weird. You can call her.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Citlali. I'm nothing more than a...
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right?
I remember it's
The
structure.
exit
If I
of
can
your
make the
maze.
chair again.
You just need to tell me how to manipulate...
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan.
Okay, it was not a single, it was a cumulative memory.
When people leave deep impressions on each other, these connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms.
And?
That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric.
And how did that come into place?
If that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a
That is
single...
my punishment.
At the very least, you have a connection.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace.
Okay, it's getting so boring now.
But now your special technique. You didn't pass it on to
But I
you.
want to know as
So
well.
you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here.
I'm not happy with the
But
narrative
it's
setup.
Citlali. Ever since you learned that
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically,
Color
you
of
in
memory.
truth. Passing on the yes, the technique you are
Okay,
fated,
blah, blah, blah,
so
blah,
I
blah,
wanted
blah,
to
blah, blah,
your
blah, blah.
color.
One day.
I...
You still need time. Let me choose to remember you first. There is.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
There is breathing.
Citlali, what are you?
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
Don't care.
I know.
Don't give a damn.
But my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200
My friends
years.
are what there is. I have to find them.
Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed.
You are the one
after
who said this
200,
time.
the
Okay, thank you.
Night
La la
Kingdom
la 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 la
listened
la
to
la
us.
la la.
Although he doesn't know how to wield it, he unknowingly left behind a trace of color, and that was enough to guide him to this space.
Must have a connection
Well,
to this
Citlali,
world.
it looks like part
But the rest is a
Traveler?
surprise.
Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice. She's...
This is goodbye, my friend.
How much more than
Your
a blank
memories
canvas?
over the past
Cherish them.
200 years are...
Wheat ceiling.
Take care, good friends.
Paimon! Traveler!
Let's find a way to get out of
Hold
here.
my hand.
Getting romantic, are we?
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Woo! We made it out!
Some things are better left.
Wonder what happened to the
He was most likely trapped inside. The
Just like
external
this.
structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape.
He would have been
Still
good.
preferred that to being caught, huh?
What about the
They were
Fontaine?
standing a bit further away, right? They probably
Maybe they
were...
already made a run for it.
Hello.
It's
Alien.
one of Malu Son's employees!
Guide employees.
Restrain him!
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea Malu-san was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
I understand.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just...
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
Don't worry about
That way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay. Traveler, Paimon,
Okay.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Malu...
something felt off about him yesterday.
So I said a few
So
things that
I
must have
said
looked
a
like it's
few-
time for
My
sharing
bank
to fail.
balance. No.
Bank balance?
No!
Seriously?
What's wrong with him?
They gave him hallucinations?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most.
Bro is so afraid of his bank balance becoming zero.
Particularly
Serves him right!
Lapo.
I know, it was
Making
a
him
lot
come all
to
the way out
ask.
there during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint...
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we
Yeah,
have...
infinite.
Traveler, everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer.
I'm gonna marry you.
I knew you'd want to tag al-
And would likely be killed by Ayaka.
vengeance!
Mavuika is the best. Exploration, she is the best. Combat, she is the best. I love
when
that
it comes to
Apple
weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But
what are you saying, Citlali?
Follow me.
Follow me. Follow me. It's already been 1.5 hours. Man, the Act 3 is actually quite long. Generally, a story quest is like 1.5 hours.
Look at this place.
It's only the Act 3 that is this long.
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven.
Fine. What is it? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another.
It's okay. Let's check.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories.
Stretching.
So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history? Because history is the memory of a people.
Okay.
We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun.
To be honest, the story quest of Citlali kind of seemed boring. On the other hand, Mavuika's was actually very amazing.
Of grain fruit.
I know that.
I'm getting so bored with all the dialogues.
As your friend.
But I know you will
I don't have long, Citlali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now, will you accept my final request?
Just this once. I understand now, Citlali. Just like you said I would.
I'm going to color it.
Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it.
Okay.
Traveler, Paimon?
Claw helps you bring the woven scroll outside. Do we get a cutscene? I think we haven't seen any cutscene in this yet. We have. No, I don't think we have. No, not a cutscene.
We are like birds, soaring through the...
Okay, blah blah blah. Just carry on with it.
I linger between brushes of memory.
No, it's okay.
Seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course, Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
Mitrani.
I knew you would understand.
Arigato.
This is the special scroll.
Remember the gift from the spirits?
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the...
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact. The fact that it turned into some kind of
Why not just tell them?
You've carried the duty alone for all...
Traveler,
Yep.
the essence of that color is memory. Passing the technique on, even though I only confirm and, well,
I would
ever
want to
since
confirm
Sweet
the kind of
Feeling.
connection
Oh,
between
yeah.
It was her final wish, so... But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the
Despite
scroll.
knowing exactly how I
Despite
felt
knowing
about the situation.
exactly how I felt about the
You mean he
situation.
never stopped trying to find new friends for you?
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories
never got
this
to
time,
that
though, you... Take this.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color,
It would be the color of the
countless
sun,
people exist in my memories. And since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory.
Does this mean I'm
And carry
officially
my...
your friend?
just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think?
Isn't that what friends are for?
To die?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Citlali, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind reading effect
finally
I
got to the
couldn't?
bottom of
Sharing
it.
senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness
Okay.
of different people. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory. And that connection is what caused my original spell to...
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left... And
Yep.
that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too.
Quick thinking. But only those trained in the... That's why I can still hear the Traveler's... There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out...
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories. So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again.
Even Paimon can hear her, right?
I knew it.
Did they stop it?
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only
And
way
that's not going to happen.
just messing with you. It'll probably take some time, though. So bear with me for now. Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Oh, unless I've had a few drinks.
So you can turn it off? That's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this, no promises, though.
Don't talk about it to yourself. I'm like they're having telepathic thought. Seriously? It's still not ended. Let's till tomorrow morning 8 to 12. Give the woven soul extract red. Okay, I extracted red. I extracted blue. I extracted yellow. Okay. So what do I need to do now? I extracted 2 colors. It's now purple and that. Maybe there's something with this.
Yeah.
R2. Do I paint here? Okay, I need to find I need to color the color all of them the same. So if that's the case, red and yellow makes orange and is similar to that color. Still not same? How about just yellow? Now all of them are same. I think that it's just a painting here.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the...
Wow! Elder Talapo's wisdom...
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler.
Share everything you learned about the question color by keeping the largest contribution a secret.
I see.
You don't look surprised.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people.
Of course,
now,
the best choice.
It's just a matter of From your description, it's...
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests. After all, memories are precious things. You completed your task admirably.
All right, we'll leave that.
And please, we interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended. And it turns out he is the reason some among our tribes, he hired people to spread misinformation. We now have a record of his crimes.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to him anyway. That clears it up.
Thank you,
Until we meet.
Oh man, seriously? Will this story quest end?
Watch out!
That's what I hate about Genshin. Sometimes they
You
can be
told
too
him
irritating.
everything,
Just dialogues
right?
and dialogues and dialogues and dialogues.
Yep, we left out the part about your
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits. I guess he is.
There you are. I've been looking everywhere.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian race.
Please, call me Allier. After questioning the tribe absolved, I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my... I'd like to ask some questions about Citlali. I want people outside of Nat...
Questions?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history, I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world.
All right, you can ask your
important...
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, blah 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 blah. Citlali runs out of patience.
Another day, another drink.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to... But I don't need them right away.
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as...
Sent to me? Nuh-uh.
Nah.
I don't want...
Okay, we'll take... Oh my god, she gave us the key to her house.
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time.
You'll disturb my sleep. Man, that's a trust of another level. And with that, finally, the quest ended at 1 hour 45 minutes. One of the longest quests. And on completion, we get 60 Primogems X. Okay. So one thing that is left is the collection of plenty, I assume. Only the collection of plenty remains, right? This new key. Well, 65 pity. 64 pity if I remember. Let's just verify. 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 60, 64 pity. And this will make it 65 pity. You're gonna make me go all the way back to 80 pity, I assume. So 7 days, 15 wishes.
Watch out!
We will get a wish in between, so I think it will help me a little bit. But yeah, with that, let's see the reputation. For the duck, you come here. Act 1, 2, 3 are done. As per for that, I have done 4 of the quests. What I need to do is the mystery of Takolopan. My new region exploration is 34%, I assume, 39%, and I already have 20 days, so 300%, 300 primos I can also get. So I think within 7 days I will be able to get these 300 primogems as well. That is nearly only equals to 2 wishes. Man, I will have to do so much grinding if I want any chance to be able to go for any of the weapons. Well, before ending today's stream, just do our daily routine. This domain. And I will also, we also got some new things, that is the regretter. So we will also have to find in the lore who this regretter actually is and who that might actually be. It will be interesting to see who that regretter character actually is.
Off we go! Try and stop me!
So I assume Benny's burst will be ready and we'll start. How many resins do we have? 137. Charge. Mavuika is already level 87. I think she's going to be the 88, sorry. So she's going to be the first character I will take to level 9.
Adventure time.
But
let's light it up. I'm going in.
Animal test 63.
Get to work. Suffer the wrath of these. Wrath from the sky.
But non-crit. All of the attacks are non-crit. Well, still it was 230k non-crit, so it would have been like 660k. Nice one. Condensed resin. Just 5 runs. If we find something good, we'll try to farm it. Other than that, we'll just give it time. Okay, attack sands, not good. HP sands, go to hell.
Adventure time. Full throttle. Incinerate. Teamwork is dreamwork. Show no mercy. You two. Light of the blazing sun.
Okay.
Incinerate.
Well, if I take out Sucrose from the team and put in Shilonen, damage will decrease, but go to hell. But the chances, I mean, Mavuika's ultimate will get charged soon, and similarly for Citlali as well.
Off we go. I'm going in.
Absorption test.
Fulfill our path. Suffer the wrath of me. Rev the engine. Wrath from the sky. Adventure time.
Two more. Nothing good.
Teamwork is dream. Citlali, eat Papa. Light of the blazing sun.
Oh, 408121.
Let's light it up. Yeah.
That was sweet. So we take out the issue of recharging Mavuika's ultimate over and over. Oh, 3 pieces. Any more damage bonus? Nah. Crit damage without a crit rate. Go to hell. On crit. HP sands. Defense sands. Return of Sojourners.
I'm going in.
Stand clear.
Get to work. Suffer the wrath of me. Pyroclastic surge.
Whoa. And with that, the 3 ones are done. Anything good? Hydro damage bonus, go to hell. I already have a dual crit here. Auto damage bonus, crit rate, HP, EM sands with crit rate. Nice one. But I think that will be all. I did not get any good artifact. What can you do when your luck is bad? But I think that will be all from today's live stream, and I will be doing Netland exploration tomorrow, because I think with that I have completed nearly all of the story related quests. Yep, that is Yoimiya story quest. I picked it up a long time ago, still haven't completed it, but that's a thing for another day. Other than that, I have all these world quests remaining, plus the entire exploration of a new region, so it will be fun to see. And let me see if I can actually level up my Mavuika. Is it possible? No. But yeah, I think for today that will be all. I had a great time. I hope you guys do too. And see you next time with another story or another exploration or another live stream or another video. So until the next video or the next time, have a great time, guys. Bye bye.